go. And Skimbo, all-time leading money winner, most Madden bank at 281,000 large into this week. Up against a guy with nothing to lose here. ZThumbs, his first EA major appearance, failed to qualify last year, finished 449th the year before. He's from the home of Madden 20, Orlando, Florida. And a guy that was inspired by my partner a little bit. We'll talk about that going forward. And Andrew Luck rolling out here for Skimbo. Taking that shot.
That's a pick. Oh!
Couldn't quite grab it. Cutting across. What did you see there, Mo?
It looked like he had him, but he just wasn't. He was too far back in that pocket, so his throw kind of sailed a little bit and gave ZThumbs an opportunity to pick the ball off, but his player just couldn't come down with it. If you're ZThumbs, that's a play that has to go your way, especially versus a player like Skimbo. That's such a big play. If you're able to get that stop, you kind of control momentum.
Yeah, you can't imagine there are too many donations here just handed out by Skimbo today. It's a 2nd and 10. Loading up with Luck, who's getting chased. Flinging on the run, one-hand catch, Marvin Harrison.
And it looked like Skimbo was going right back to that same play, just didn't have the time to throw the post route, so he just went to the corner route, still able to complete it. But it looks like Skimbo might have something there with that wide receiver post motion in that outside solo receiver, kind of get behind cover 3 a little bit. A lot of players don't use that.
Harrison had the play of the game for Skimbo in the club final, a tip ball that he took 80 yards for a touchdown. And Skimbo's got the slot apprentice on Marvin Harrison, give him that extra look or 2 or 3 on the route tree. Right near midfield, no score, just getting going. On the first day of this great competition, Andrew Luck tucks it and runs. He'll get belted.
It looks like Skimbo sees something with his defense. He keeps calling that same play. Look for him to hit a big play here soon.
Skimbo is loaded up at the receiver position. Does use those guys to run sometimes, which is how the Madden NFL Championships, you can have a starting running back be TJ Logan. I know that might sound weird, but on a 2nd down and 6. And Tyreek Hill motioning out towards the right.
Look for that in route on the backside.
Luck will just plunge up the middle and slide for the first down.
And that's why you use that escape artist. They send 4 guys. They're almost never going to come in, and if they do, you're able to just get up the middle if there's no spy. That escape artist makes your quarterback run his true speed, so he's always going to be able to outrun those slow defensive tackles.
This is a double Luck game. Both players using him. A little flare out here and not a lot happening. And it's funny because Andrew Luck in his career against New England for real, 0-4 in the regular season, 0-2 in the playoffs. In fact, Andrew Luck's postseason record overall, Mo, is 4-4. Tom Brady's is 30-10. One guy was the #1 overall pick, the other number 199, but that's another story for another time.
Skimbo's going to recognize that he just went to cover 3 here almost for sure.
So who are you looking at to get it to?
I'm always looking for Marvin Harrison in the slot.
Whoa. Looking too long right there, and down goes Andrew Luck. Deion Sanders. And if there's a knock that he can't tackle, we didn't see it there.
And you know, we see these players a lot of times use budget players to send off the blitzes. He's using Deion Sanders, one of the fastest players in the game, and I think that might give Skimbo some trouble because he's never seen it before.
Brings up a 3rd and 16. And a decided underdog, ZThumbs, hanging right in against the heavily favored Skimbo.
Look for the tight end on the lay route.
Let's go, baby.
Didn't get it away in time, and ZThumbs holding.
Skimbo's going to have to punt his first possession. This is not what we expected. He takes almost 4 minutes off the clock, but doesn't get any points. This is a really good situation for ZThumbs if he's able to go down the field and get any sort of points. What a phenomenal punt, though.
Dropped it coffin corner. No chance for Deion Sanders. So, yeah, a bit of a surprise here. And just to get kind of a grand sense of what it would mean if somehow this Dolphins team emerges and it's ZThumbs going forward and not Skimbo, Mo. I mean, the upset of Drini by Kretobin, I mean, is it that realm? Are we talking about that kind of an upset if it happens?
That would lapse. This would lapse that. You know, this would run circles around that if ZThumbs is able to knock off Skimbo. Even though it's just around a 32 game, when I say no one is giving ZThumbs a chance, there is no one that's giving him a chance.
From the shadow of his end zone, it's Chris Johnson whacked out of bounds. And why is everybody suddenly using Chris Johnson? Clinton Portis has been put away.
So with the NFL 100, they labeled Chris Johnson a top 100 player, so he has that really good card. He's way faster than that Clinton Portis, and he's still able to get jukebox, so that's why we're seeing him out there.
And jukebox costs you a little bit more in Mutt now, right? It's gone up to 40 as the price instead of 35, but it sounds like it's well worth it.
Yeah, if you're going to be running the ball, you should use it because you're going to be able to get bigger plays rather than if you didn't have any chemistry on your running back. You're just going to get tackled. When you have that jukebox, you're able to juke out of tackles, get up the field, and don't lose any stamina when you do it.
I know it's early here, Mo, but a 3rd and 3 right now for a decided underdog. If he can keep this drive alive, it's got to make him feel really good.
And I think we're going to see a run play here, honestly, because this isn't a situation where you really want to pass.
Good call. Johnson breaks out of that tackle and moved the chains.
And that's what that jukebox was. He would have been at 4th and short, but he has that jukebox, able to get out of that Troy Apke tackle, whereas if Skimbo had that Tillman on that side, he would have made that tackle, so it's just kind of unlucky for Skimbo. Great recognition by ZThumbs there to run it towards Troy Apke.
I think you've already checked a box here, right? 5 minutes in, you've kept Skimbo scoreless, and you just picked up a key first down.
And the even better situation is you're at your own 15-yard line. So if you're able to go down the field and get points here, you might be able to take it into halftime and then get the ball back. So you're going to be up in possession with some points and getting the ball. It's just so big when you're playing a person like Skimbo when you limit those possessions.
So I got to get you this story on ZThumbs in a moment as Johnson gets absolutely crushed. But I mentioned I'm going to tell this story so you don't have to. But ZThumbs says I was inspired by Mo because he remembers a game 3 years ago. He was matched up with my partner, ran this play called inside switch from bunch tight end. He absolutely flooded me, 21-0 in the first quarter. He said I actually quit the game because I felt like I was just wasting his time talking about you as Johnson squirms forward here. But he says what that game made him realize is he just had so much to learn, and it inspired him to really bear down, start getting serious about roster construction and just getting inside the game. So don't know if you know that, Mo, but you have pushed this guy forward, and there's Johnson going forward. He's to the 45, another first down.
Really cool story. I love to hear stuff like that. I had no idea about that. And the little chess match going on here, Skimbo's kind of moving Pat Tillman around a little bit because he's his big hitter on defense, and he has Troy Apke at the other safety. And what we're seeing is ZThumbs just attacking that other safety, wherever Pat Tillman's at, he's running the opposite. But we're going to have to see a pass here because he has Janovich and a running back. We're not going to see a run here. This is where it can get a little bit scary here. I probably would have just called a timeout.
Andrew Luck is going to have to put it to the air for him, or not. He'll slide down.
For Thumbs, though, I would have liked to just see a timeout right there, because you're already up a possession. Why not just try to make this the last drive of the half? Get your best player out there to run the ball. It was so obvious that he was passing the ball right there, but Skimbo wasn't able to get to the quarterback. But if he was, this drive would have been halted. It would not have been able to score on this drive.
Working through some technical issues in the other game, by the way, for highlights. We'll get them to you when we can. Chris Johnson cannot go forward here on a 3rd and 3 coming up. ZThumbs has already converted on a 3rd and 3, so what do you look at this time from a much different part of the field?
I think we're going to see another run play here, and hopefully he can sneak it for a first down. This is a huge set of downs right here. If he's able to pick up this first, it's going to be absolutely...
Oh, Johnson couldn't quite get there, so now a very interesting call on 4th and 1.
I would probably take this clock down, go to the 2-minute warning, and look to run that same exact call. I wouldn't go under center here because Skimbo's going to be more prepared. It doesn't look like Skimbo has any idea how to stop that run in the backfield. So I would just try to bank on getting that 1 yard with how I've been getting it. You've been picking up 3 to 4 yards almost every time with that run. Skimbo hasn't shown signs that he can stop it in the backfield yet. I don't think we'll see a play here, but I could be surprised.
Huge 4th and 1 just on the other side of the 2-minute warning here. We're at 2:07 rolling down. And he can take it to that warning if he wants to, and well, he should. Now we're talking about a guy with 79 wins in games played at EA Majors in Skimbo. So far, Thumbs has 6. And this is 0-0 at the 2-minute warning here in the first half.
And Thumbs has the momentum. If he's able to pick up this first down, Skimbo's not going to score before half. If Thumbs picks up this first down, Skimbo's not going to get another possession. This 4th down right here could decide the game. I know it sounds silly, but this stops Skimbo from getting another possession before half. He's going to have to wait till the second half to get the ball back.
Needs the 46-yard line. He steps through. Woo, just enough before Shazier lowered the boom. And Mo, 5% of the community thought that ZThumbs would even come out of that Final Four in the Dolphins Club Championship a week and a half ago. And here he is toe-to-toe, nose-to-nose with Skimbo. Johnson trying to stretch it outside, nothing there.
And he stayed in bounds. A little bit lucky there that they caught him down in bounds. It's just going to stop Skimbo from getting another possession here. If he's able to pick up 10 yards and go up 3-0 at half and then get the ball back, he's going to have a really good chance of winning this game. You know, you're keeping Skimbo off the field, and when Skimbo has to score, it's a lot harder to score. You know, when you're able to just sit back and play free, it's a little bit easier to play offense. But when you're in a situation where you have no choice but to score, you have to slow down, really think about things. It looked like on that first drive, Skimbo may have played too loose. You know, it looked like he just kept trying to hit that big shot play. But now we're going to have to see ZThumbs convert a first down here and get in field goal range. Look for that wheel route. He's got him.
Luck lofting. And it's DJ Chark. He couldn't hang on. That busted up. Trying to go over the top there to DJ Chark. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, Shark's just not going to be able to beat Denzel Ward on that route, looks like. I thought the route was going to get open, but that's just Denzel Ward making Denzel Ward plays way too fast for Shark, and that's why he was able to get back there.
ZThumbs has run the table so far. Came out of the winner's bracket straight away, so he's 5-0 right now. Of course, the Dolphins actually ran the table all the way in an NFL season. Only undefeated team, popping champagne and all of that. Luck about to get hit, gets rid of it. Oh, he got it! He got it to Hester! Touchdown, ZThumbs!
And ZThumbs had him wide open to start that play, but he waited too long. Skimbo should have picked that ball off, and it should have went the other way for 6. But it doesn't. You know, he caught the ball. That's a touchdown. And now if you're Skimbo, you have to score before the end of this half. You're down by 7. There's only 50 seconds left, but you got 3 timeouts. You want to focus on getting a field goal, but Skimbo's always got something to make a big play. You know, he's always going to be able to hit you deep. So if you're ZThumbs, I would play this really conservatively and just almost give up 3 points here. I know it sounds crazy, but you're going to get the ball back to start the half. You want to be up points and have the ball.
Massive upset in the making. Long way to go. But the University of Central Florida grad, ZThumbs, currently working as a valet. And he drives the car all by himself into the end zone here. Yeah,
if you're Skimbo, you need Deion Sanders to make that play. You know, that's where you want him to throw the ball. Once he threw the ball, Skimbo was like, yes, you know, I got to stop. But that just isn't what happened. Devin Hester able to come down with that and run for a touchdown. Just a really fortunate play there for Thumbs.
Skimbo usually a volume passer.
And he's got him. Oh, he waited too long.
Yeah, and now going across the field, and he's got Smith out near midfield. Clock down to 38 seconds.
And that's kind of what I mean. You know, in that first drive, Skimbo would have thrown that post almost guaranteed. Now he's in a situation where if one of Thumbs' players makes that play, the game's over, you know. So that's why you've seen him just wait and just hit the tight end out of the backfield that was blocking.
So it's Jonnu Smith, not Hester, not Harrison, not Moss, not Ross, that comes up with the big catch.
Look for Skimbo to go for a big play here soon, though. He's not going to just keep dunking it down to Jonnu Smith. I promise you that. He's looking to hit him up top for a touchdown.
There was a quick strike TD in the club championship game against PCAM with Randy Moss. Right now it's Marvin Harrison, part of the bunch on the right. Andrew Luck will tuck and run out of bounds. We're down to 33 seconds left. The ball right at midfield.
And, you know, this isn't a formation that you see a lot of on defense. It's big nickel over G, so Skimbo hasn't seen this formation a lot. It's probably going to make him slow down just a little bit. His reads aren't going to be as crisp as they would be versus that 1-4-6.
One thing that jumps off the page as you look at the rosters here, Mo. Troy Apke, Adrian Amos, and Daniel Sorensen are the safeties for ZThumbs. No Palomalu, no Tillman. And Luck going on the run into coverage. Harrison's got it.
Looked like it's illegal touching, though. So even if he would have... Oh, offensive pass interference.
Yeah, offensive PI. Boy, nothing going right for Skimbo.
Yeah, that's not a call we see a lot of in Madden. Almost never. So 2nd and 17 makes things a lot more difficult. You know, maybe not to get... It makes it a lot more difficult to get points, you know, because you were going to go for it on 4th down anyways, but now you're backed up to your own 40-yard line rather than the 50. It gets a lot tougher.
Luck again on the run. The toe drag. And will they give it to him? I don't think so.
You know, Madden is kind of making this game real tough on Skimbo, making the game a little bit easier on Thunbs, but that's what you need when you're playing somebody like Skimbo. When a lot of things have gone Skimbo's way in big games, you know what I mean? Right now, they are really testing him, and what I mean by that is he's just having some unfortunate plays that just aren't going his way, and it's making him really difficult to move the ball.
You saw the body language, like he's trying to get to his happy place somehow, but game's not letting him do it. It's 3rd and 17.
Look for this deep dig on the left side here. Either the corner route or the dig is the only 2 routes he's going to throw to. It's going to be the dig.
Andrew Luck on the run across his body again. And again, it's very close to that sideline. They're going to give it to him 1st and 10 into field goal range.
That's a huge play right there. You know, that one, I thought he might have got in on the first one. That one I was a little bit questionable whether or not he got in on, but they call him inbounds, and that's all that matters. Skimbo, if you're Skimbo, there's only 11 seconds here. You know, this is really easy to make a mistake and throw a pick here, so you don't want to make a bad read.
A diving catch, getting it down to the 10 with 5 seconds left. Do you have time to run a play here?
I don't think so, but Skimbo knows this offense a lot better than I do in this red zone, but it does look like he's going to go ahead and kick the field goal. I don't know. It's so close because that 5 seconds, but it really looked like it was about to tick to 4, so you got to think it's probably just 4.5. I like the decision to kick a field goal here.
He uses the great Patriots kicker, Stephen Gostkowski, 3rd most accurate kicker in NFL history. And looky here, 7-3 with a decided underdog on top. That should very well be our halftime score. Well, you're too young to remember when Springsteen brought Courtney Cox up on stage. That was like the come out moment, right? But that's what we got here. A star is born. Nobody expected it. ZThumbs is up against the great Skimbo at a halftime, 7-3. And they're going to get right back at it here. And obviously the question across the Madden community, can this upstart, the valet from down in Florida, can he take down Skimbo the rest of the way?
And this is what I was talking about. He's getting the ball back. You know, you're up some points and you're getting the ball versus Skimbo. It's really, really big in a game like this. Can you get points on this drive? Even if it's 3 points and you're up by 7 and Skimbo has to score a touchdown, you have the edge in the game. But if you get stopped on this drive, Skimbo's going to take control. He's going to march down and score a touchdown. It's just the type of things that he does.
Skimbo has made 11 of the 16 possible MCS EA majors, tied with young Kiv for most. Wouldn't that be something if there's no young Kiv and no Skimbo going forward here? Johnson whacked.
Something I noticed on that last play is Skimbo had clicked onto his safety, so what that does is it makes his safety stay stationary. He's not going to follow his assignment on the run play, so if you motion a guy over that's manned up to him, he would just stay there. If I was ZThumbs, I would have noticed that. I would have tried to flip the play and kind of quick snapped it, and you would have had numbers on the other side, but it looked like Thunbs just didn't realize what was going on right there, and that's why he got stopped in the backfield.
Thunbs used a stampeding run game last week to get this far, beat Master Gamer.
Looks like he might have some space here on the inside zone.
Remember, it's Chris Johnson, not Dalvin Cook for him this go. Chris Johnson is populating almost half of the rosters in this field of 32. A suddenly very important player. Blitz coming, Luck escapes.
Ooh.
Luck gets drilled at the 31-yard line.
You can't take those hits, but it looked like the ball was switching hands with Luck. That's why he wasn't able to slide. He had the ball in his right hand, and then Luck just kind of went to his own animation and switched it over to his left. That's why he took the hit, but no fumble, so it doesn't matter.
Another big 3rd down. And Johnson, even with the jukebox, cannot get away from Fletcher Cox and company. 4th down.
I don't love the decision to punt here. You're playing someone that's really, really good on offense. You don't want to give him the ball back too often.
Yeah, Skimbo with 70 points in his last 3 games into this one. Right now being held to 3 skinny little points, and that's kind of been how it's been going early on today. And we talked about what happened in the AFC North with finals of 29-0 and 13-3. Offense really at a premium so far today.
One thing I like that Thunbs is doing, though, he's using these linebackers where if Skimbo had a running back that was really good, he wouldn't be able to do that because Skimbo would just be able to run straight at his user, and he would be completely out of position versus the run. He's got the touchdown.
You think? Up over top, Tyreek Hill! And you're right! Skimbo is on top!
We've seen Skimbo go to that play time and time again. He finally got enough time to throw it there, and that's because he has Troy Apke at that cornerback position who doesn't have the highest zone awareness, so he's not going to realize that that post is coming over top when he has that comeback on the same side.
We talked about the tactical decision to go no Palomalu, no Tillman. It's Apke and kind of a bag of nothing, right? I mean, in terms of his safety play. And it finally does catch up to ZThumbs. It's a 10-7 game. Deion Sanders with some wiggle. Deion Sanders! Deion Sanders! And ZThumbs will take him to the 15-10, 5, bye-bye!
Deion, baby!
What a fleeting moment of joy for Skimbo. It lasted, what, 20 seconds?
The stick work right there by ZThumbs was phenomenal. I cannot believe he made them miss so many tackles. Your Skimbo, just make the tackle. You know, you're playing great defense. He's not comfortable at all on offense. Skimbo looked like he was trying to lay some hit sticks, and that's why ZThumbs was able to score that touchdown.
I heard Scott Cole remind everyone that at the first club championship years ago, Deion muffed a punt that led directly to a belt. This was no muff. This was a kickoff taken at the goal line across the other goal line.
Yeah, it looked like Skimbo kind of bit down too far inside with his user. He's supposed to be containing that outside, and that's why Deion spin move outside. Just no one can catch him.
A Snickers replay touchdown. That is satisfying right there for the underdog. ZThumbs toggling back on top at 14-10. And we have got ourselves a ball game.
Skimbo's going back to that same play that got him the touchdown before. Look for that post again.
Hill and Harrison out to the left. And with nothing open yet, he will let it fly for Hester! Hester! Touchdown!
Let's go. Gonna call a timeout. No more free touchdowns.
Three plays, three touchdowns. You know, this game was really low scoring in the first half, and we got 21 points just to start this half. That's insane.
Well, you and I were talking beforehand, Mo. Don't get in a shootout with Skimbo, right? And it's not what ZThumbs is meant to back into, but he's there.
Yeah, look for this game to slow down a bit on this drive. ZThumbs is going to have to get the run game going. He should be putting those halves versus that play. You know, the thirds just aren't going to ever get back there. Just questionable defense there by ZThumbs, especially when Skimbo just hit you with the same play.
Touchdowns, bro.
No more free touchdowns. That's the rallying cry. But getting free right here, Devin Hester, 69 yards.
And that's why Skimbo uses him. You know, he wanted a free touchdown. You know, that's all that is. Same exact play, really.
Chris Johnson with a burst. And move the chains here for ZThumbs as we get to about 2:35 left in the third quarter.
You know, ZThumbs has found something with this shotgun run here that, you know, Skimbo hasn't really been able to slow down. It looked like he kind of went away from it that first possession in the third quarter. I like to see him go back to it.
Thumbs has been 31st in this major so far in points per possession. What can he come up with here? Really riding Chris Johnson a ton.
And I like what he did right there. You know, Fletcher Cox got off his block, but he's just not fast enough to go out and tackle Chris Johnson. So take it outside and just be one-on-one with that cornerback. Eventually, you're going to be able to make him miss, and you're going to score a touchdown.
It was 10 years ago when Chris Johnson was named the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year for Tennessee. Now trying to get things done for ZThumbs. And he's got the first down with a spin. He'll get more. He'll get to the 45. 71 yards on the ground for Chris Johnson so far for ZThumbs.
And it looked like he made Deion miss, and then he only had Troy Apke to beat. Troy Apke is probably Skimbo's lowest rated defender as far as DBs go. I would have ran straight at him and tried to do that same juke move. But it looked like he spun, allowed the defense to catch up a bit. You got to just go right at him right there. That's your last line of defense. Make him miss, and it's going to be a touchdown.
No Miami Dolphin has ever been on the cover of Madden. If Thumbs beats Skimbo and wins this belt, maybe he can lay claim. This would be some kind of win if he can get it. Running again with Johnson.
And we're only going to have a couple of possessions left in this game. I like what Thumbs is doing. He's taking a lot of this clock. If he's able to score a touchdown here, it puts an enormous amount of pressure on Skimbo to get a touchdown right back. But even if he kicks a field goal, you know, he's got a chance in the fourth quarter when no one was giving him a chance. And I talked to him yesterday. He said it's an honor to play a legend like Skimbo. You know, when I hear somebody say that, you kind of are writing yourself off a bit, you know, because you shouldn't be focused on who you're playing. You should be focused on the game at hand, or on playing your game. So, you know, this is a really good situation for Thunbs.
Moore with Johnson.
Got him.
Stepping to the outside, puts the move on, move those chains.
But he did the exact thing I would have done right there. You get past the first line of defense, and you only got Troy Apke to beat. Try to juke him just the same as you did Dion. Really good decision right there. Instead of spinning back into the defense, I'm glad he was able to recognize what would be the correct decision to do.
Takes us to the end of the third quarter. ZThumbs on the march, on the move, trying to take down a giant here.
And if he's able to get a touchdown around the 2-minute warning here, it's going to be really tough for Skimbo going forward.
Johnson, and he'll edge his way to the 30-yard line. And you know, we should mention about ZThumbs. He is seasoned. It's not like he's never done this. 427 ladder games, most of any of these 32 finalists. So he's proven online, just not so much on this stage. And Mo, you and I have talked about the difference between singing in the shower and singing at Carnegie Hall, but this guy is singing and moving and dancing close to another first down. He stays in bounds too.
Yeah, and Skimbo has no answer for that run play. You know, that looks like a run play. He's just not able to get the run defense out there for, and I'm surprised we haven't seen Skimbo switch up the defensive formation at all. ZThumbs, if I were you, I would just come right back out in that same shotgun. Don't go under center. You're going to give Skimbo a really good chance to blow up the run.
ZThumbs' overall win percentage, Mo, is at 67%. Only 4 of these 32 finalists are worse than that. But he's got a chance to overtake Skimbo right now.
And what Skimbo did, he put Tillman at that corner. ZThumbs isn't going to be able to juke him out. Really good decision by Skimbo. Oh my God.
Got blown up. All right, so now what?
You got to run away from Tillman. You cannot run to his side. Such a great adjustment there by Skimbo. That was phenomenal. A really, really good adjustment. And we're gonna see him take advantage and run to the opposite side of Skimbo's Pat Tillman here. Just a great chess match going on right now.
They're calling it 4th and inches. 3:19 to go. He got the inches, he got the yards. Move those chains. And how about ZThumbs?
When he went under or when he no huddled right there, he made Chris Johnson really tired. I hope ZThumbs doesn't take him out the game. Just take this clock down, call your timeout, try to make this the last drive of the game. You're in a really good situation versus one of the best players of all time.
Look at ZThumbs just trying to tune everything out. He told us the music he goes to, of all things, is can't be touched. It can't be stopped, it can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. That's about right. Got an icy cool to him. And Skimbo, meantime, looks like this is getting away.
He's rushing to play here.
Johnson stepping through. Johnson to the 7-yard line. And to your point, Mo,
he's going to score around that 2-minute warning. That's exactly what he wants.
22 rushes from Chris Johnson, and that needle does not appear to be on empty here at the 2-minute warning.
I can't believe Skimbo waited this long to go to that 3-4 odd. I would have came out on this a long time ago when I seen that 1-4-6 didn't have a chance.
Johnson again. Johnson pushing, can't quite get there, which I guess is not tragic, right? Because you're trying to take as much time as you can off the clock.
Yeah, and I have no idea why Skimbo didn't call a timeout there. You should be trying to preserve as much time as possible.
Remember the quick strike capabilities of Skimbo if and when he gets the ball back. Johnson in
Go.
there!
One stop, one stop.
Touchdown ZThumbs. Can he hang on?
Stop this run. One stop.
You know, he's got a really good chance at it, but if he keeps putting those thirds out there, Skimbo is going to score a one-play touchdown. You got to go to the halves. You can't allow Skimbo to just hit you over the top for a touchdown again.
All right, so now the native Oklahoman.
Go.
He's got to channel his inner Will Rogers here. Never let yesterday use up too much of today. It was one of the great Will Rogers quotes of all time. You can't be thinking about what has happened to this point. You got to think you can come back from this. Chris Johnson carrying the mail again for ZThumbs.
Just really good vision right there. A lot of players would have just went right up the middle and got hit by Pat Tillman. He's found something here with this run game.
And is this going to ripple throughout the rest of this tournament? I mean, are people going to try to copycat this?
Let's go.
Skimbo's going for the shot play again.
And he drills it in there, fingertip catch to Harrison.
He's got to use a timeout. This is at some point, if Skimbo doesn't score a big touchdown that's 50 or 60 yards, he's going to have a really tough decision to make down in the red zone where he's got to force something. If you're ZThumbs, you got to just get him in one of those situations. Don't over adjust here and give up a touchdown.
2 timeouts for Skimbo. 1:09 on the clock.
He's got the post again. He gave up the post again.
No.
Luck flings it. Lung's got Hester. Hester's across, but still a minute to go. That's twice to Devin Hester, and you called it both times, Mo.
Yeah, and you know, we see it in the NFL when teams are in this situation where there's about a minute left. They go to that 2 high safety look just so they're trying to forbid a touchdown. And ZThumbs just kept staying in that 1 high safety look. You're just not going to be able to stop that route combination.
62 seconds left, though, and I know there's not that quick strike ability, not the pass game for ZThumbs that Skimbo has, but you've got time, right?
And you got an opportunity with Dion right here on the kick return.
Much better coverage this time. Remember, Dion broke one earlier. But as we take a look at Hester getting loose, and you called it, Mo, that's once to the left side, once to the right side, but open both times.
Yeah, if you just have that single high safety look, Skimbo's going to see that every single time and go to that big shot play. I don't love him going straight to the pass, though. He has enough time to where he could break a big run. He's kind of putting himself in a bad situation here where he has to pass every play.
He's got Andrew Luck, and Luck goes down. Timeout taken right away by ZThumbs. First sack for Skimbo in this game. That's a heck of a time for it.
And I can't believe in those 450 games he played online, he didn't play somebody that ran that deep corner with that route combination to hit you over the top versus cover 3. It really surprises me that he kept giving that up, but if you don't know how to stop it, you just don't know how to stop it. If he would have just been in cover 2 and forced Skimbo to keep the ball in bounds, he would have a really good chance of winning this game, but he doesn't. He ran cover 3. Skimbo hits him up top, and now he's in a situation where he has to pass the ball, and he's clearly not comfortable doing so.
Mike Skimbo's preparation and execution is off the charts. And now he's got to play some defense. A 24-21 lead for him. And we'll get you the AKG and Stevie J story soon enough. But what a story's unfolding here. A flare. Oh, and they got the completion, but not the first down. DJ Chark.
You're going to need a bigger chunk than that, though. That was only 10 yards, and you stayed in bounds. You're running out of time here. You got to pick up 20 yards on one of these plays.
Hester slot left. Luck gets rid of it. He's got Chark again. And we're down to 43 seconds to go.
It looked like his guy just missed a block right there. He had him.
The touchdown.
The Jaguars receiver out of LSU, DJ Chark, and now Luck to Hester. Now, where does he need to get if it's a field goal?
He's got to get to about the 35, 36-yard line to have a chance. But Skimbo's going to be able to ice his kicker, so you're going to have to pick up 20, 25 yards on this play.
By the way, Justin Tucker now looks like a heck of a pickup when you build your roster, right, for ZThumbs, if it's going to come down to a long field goal to force OT.
He's just not going to have time to throw any of these routes right here, though. Skimbo's going to send the pressure. He's going to be well short of the field goal.
On a 2nd and 3, crossing route, it comes loose. 21 seconds to go.
And if you're Skimbo, that's almost the worst thing that could have happened, because even if he makes that catch, he's not going to be in field goal range, and the clock would have been way down low. That was a really unfortunate play there for Skimbo, because you thought you were going to pick it off, but if you don't pick it off, you want ZThumbs to go ahead and catch the ball anyways. Just a little bit of an unfortunate play here where ZThumbs gets a new life.
Remember, Z out of timeouts here. Got Hester, got Hill. DJ Chark has been his go-to guy of all things.
I don't know if I like the timeout there by Skimbo, because you should have just left it so you would be able to ice the kicker just in case he's able to get in field goal range. The first thing that ZThumbs needs to do right here is pick up the pressure.
44-yard line.
Look for one of these slot streaks.
Pass rush can't get there. Ball in the air. It's picked. It's Dion, and it's ball game.
And that was survival there by Skimbo. That's all that was, just digging deep into his bag of tricks. When he hit him over the top with that touchdown, that kind of gave Skimbo some new life in this tournament where it looked like his chances were running low.
From doom to delirium for Skimbo. That was almost one of the great upsets that we've ever seen. It was that close.
That would have been the greatest luck. That would have been the greatest upset we've ever seen in the MCS area.
It took a Deion Sanders pick. Remember, there was a Deion Sanders run back of a kick that actually had ZThumbs in it, but you live by the Deion, you dive by the Deion. And Skimbo will move on. Let's check out some highlights now. This AFC divisional semifinal. We talked about Dolphins Patriots for real back in week 2. It was a 43-0 whitewash. We didn't have this.
Fortunate play right there to Hester. That should have been picked off, and you see Skimbo put his facepalm a little bit, but he comes right back with the touchdown out of halftime, takes the lead, and I thought Skimbo would just run away with it at this point.
Tyreek Hill going in, and here's that Sanders kick return we talked about, 100 yards to the house. Great stick work, huh?
Great stick work, but Skimbo a little bit questionable right there. He should have just kept that outside contained, just made the tackle and played some defense, but he didn't, and ZThumbs makes him pay for it.
So then, with it 14-10 Z at that point, you called this one too, that there would be an over-the-top for Hester, and there you go.
And, you know, we kept seeing the same offensive play versus the same defensive play, and Skimbo's going to take advantage of that every time.
Chris Johnson just ran and ran and ran for ZThumbs. It got to 21-17, and then this was the kill shot.
Yeah, you're up by 4 with a minute left. You have no business guarding a zig route. Get back there, guard the post yourself. Can't give up a free touchdown like that.
And then to put it away, Deion Sanders jumps it, takes it, and there is your 24-21 final. So Skimbo is through. The pride of Claremore, Oklahoma will go forward, either Stevie J or AKG. For now, though, Skimbo, with the hair all grown out, standing by with Evan. Let's figure out what happened there.
Thanks, Josh. All right, here with Skimbo, #1 MCS earner of all time. And, you know, for a lot of people watching, thought that game would be an easy one to lock in for you, man. I want to give you a few minutes to just reflect on how that game went in your eyes, what you did well, what you would have liked to do better.
Yeah, you know, Thunbs is a good player. I told him, like, when he beat Master Gamer, you know, he found a run that worked and he stuck to it. Versus me, he found a trips tight end inside zone and a little bubble screen action that I thought I had defense for, and he literally just pounded it and pounded it and pounded it. And that's why I think he's a good player, because some people, you know, they'll do something that works and they won't even go back to it. That's why I told him, like, you know, you're going to be a good player, because when you see something works, you're going to stick with it, just like me. Like, it took me my first drive to fill out his defense, and I realized he was giving me bombs every play, so then I knew it was on from there. But, man, I'm not going to lie, that was scary because, you know, his Hester made a play on his first touchdown I thought should have been a pick. But after that, you know, every inside zone he ran was, golly, like 5-10 yards, and my Tillman wasn't coming for me. And, ooh, it was scary. That was scary.
How concerned did you get in the middle of that game? Because there were a few moments, you know, we saw you under your breath whispering a few things.
Yeah, of course I got a little nervous. I mean, but here's the thing, like, I always tell, like, people, like, man, you know, you came up with a bunch of stuff this year. And I said, it doesn't matter if you don't win. It doesn't matter who finds something first. If you can't put it together and go win a tournament. And that's why I told Mo the other day. I was like, bro, you found the best defense. You had a great offense. All people saw the Classic was an arm bar. But you found this stuff and you won. Like, and people still don't really know what he was doing. I finally picked up on it later. That's why my run D when he was under center was pretty good, because, you know, I stole it from him. But it's just like stuff like that, you know.
And, you know, I think when you look at it, it all came down to a play that we didn't think it would. In the fourth quarter, we thought the game would be decided a lot earlier. Walk us through this last little moment here where you obviously had to take the lead.
Come back, post, got a zig just to make the user even think about it, and his user did think about it. You know, I'm not even trying to throw the zig. I'm just trying to put it out there for, you know, craps and giggles. So, yeah, and then I'm probably telling myself to play defense. I don't know why y'all hating on the hair, though.
I don't know why they're hating on it either. I like it. This is a new and fresh look, man.
It takes me 2 months to, like, grow this hair. Like,
at least you have hair now.
Exactly.
The Classic, you were like,
you know, people like
Vin Diesel, man.
Dubby, Club Booze, man, they ain't got none of that, so.
All right, well, this is Skimbo. Thanks, brother. I'll see you later. Congratulations. You'll play the winner of the AFC East semifinal. And with a live look in at that, let's go ahead and check in with Nick.